After spending more than 30 days with the Microsoft Lumia 950, I can't say the Lumia 950 would make a great daily driver smartphone, nor can I say it is a bad smartphone. It's a mixed bag. When you pick up the device for the very first time, you'll be underwhelmed with how it feels in the hand. It's not slimy, but it's very slick in the hand. The build materials consist of primarily plastic with some metal sprinkled in here and there for the buttons and the camera ring. One shimmer of light is that the back cover is removable, providing access to a nano SIM and micro SD card slot, as well as a removable battery with wireless charging. Are these features worth sacrificing premium build materials? That's debatable. What I will say is Microsoft could and should have been more imaginative or innovative with their design. Sure, you don't need metal, but you could always opt in for leather, wood, rubber, pretty much anything but matted plastic. It lets the consumer know you care and that they're holding a premium device that is valuable. Now, the Lumia 950 does feature a 5.2-inch AMOLED display with a QHD 2560 by 1440 resolution and Corning Gorilla Glass 3. I'm happy to see an AMOLED display that is bright and displays deep black colors. However, it is lacking in vibrancy and saturation, especially when compared to AMOLED displays found on flagship smartphones from Samsung, Huawei, or even blue budget smartphones. In terms of performance, the Lumia 950 has the specs to provide for a high-end premium experience. It features a Qualcomm Snapdragon 808 hexa-core processor with 3 GB of RAM, but it's the software that I think truly undermines the performance. You have Windows 10 Mobile, which is the latest Windows Phone OS. It features many neat and much appreciated features when compared to the previous version. Some of the new features include a new Edge browser, an improved Action Center, and new Microsoft Office and Outlook apps designed specifically for the new OS. Cortana is also very much present and baked into the operating system. What I think sets the OS back the most is the lack of apps. It was a problem several years ago, and it still is a problem in 2016. There are no official Google apps. The Instagram app, for example, is in beta. Snapchat isn't available. The list goes on and on. You'll have to spend some serious time researching alternatives as well as which apps are fake and potentially even dangerous. If you're coming from Android or iOS, you probably take a plentiful app store for granted. But if you look past the lack of apps, the overall performance is very solid, but I would say it still is far from perfect. There are many small bugs and kinks that I would say need to be worked out. Lag can be expected here and there. Some of the animations feel and look very clunky and choppy. There doesn't appear to be any consistent flow to the OS. There is a consistent look, but not a consistent flow. Hands down, my favorite feature of the Lumia 950 is Continuum. With a Microsoft display dock sold separately for $100, you can use your phone to power any HDMI display and turn it into a basic Windows 10 PC with support for a mouse and keyboard. There is no multitasking and apps need to feature Continuum support, but the ability to use your smartphone as a PC is very welcomed. I think for the casual tech user who likes to browse the web or play games on a big display every now and then, Continuum could prove itself quite useful. I actually really hope Microsoft continues to update it with more features. The Lumia 950 is also one of the first smartphones to feature a true iris scanner. Microsoft calls it Windows Hello. After you let it shine an infrared light directly into your eyes, it will then recognize your iris and unlock your phone from the lock screen. I would say it's pretty quick, but varies from how far your phone is from your face, and it's not as fast as something like a fingerprint scanner, but it is pretty neat and should improve with time. As for the camera sensor, the 950 features a 20 megapixel camera sensor with Carl Zeiss optics, and I'm impressed with the quality overall. I took the Lumia 950 to the beach, or the Oregon coast specifically, and captured a lot of detailed images. The OIS, or optical image stabilization, really helps do just that. With the f1.9 aperture, I was impressed with the low light performance as well. The shot you see here was lit from a single street light at the beach in almost complete darkness. This photo was captured in automatic mode, but there is a rich capture mode that further improves upon the low light performance. As for video quality, it shoots 4K footage at up to 30 frames per second, which is what I recorded this footage at. The optical image stabilization helps create fairly smooth footage, considering I was walking while capturing most of the footage you see here. It does a pretty good job. Colors aren't very vibrant, they don't appear to be overly saturated, they appear to be fairly color accurate. Overall, I would say I'm very impressed with the video footage. The battery life of the Lumia 950 is simply okay. It features a 3000 mAh battery that is right on par with many of its competitors, but Windows 10 doesn't do the best job optimizing itself to save a lot of battery life. The good news is that the battery is removable and the USB Type-C port features fast charging. So I think for someone who is committed to Windows Phone and who refuses to switch operating systems for whatever reason, to each their own, the Lumia 950 would be an excellent upgrade. It can capture excellent photos and it features the latest Windows OS, which has a vast number of improvements and features not found in previous versions. But for everyone else who just wants an all-around smartphone that works and works well, it's hard to recommend the Lumia 950. It doesn't offer very many apps, the build quality is uninspiring and cheap, performance is decent, but it still lags behind the competition 9 out of 10 times, and the software is much better than it was previously, but it too is full of bugs that need to be worked out. I honestly enjoyed the change of pace while using the Lumia 950, but I can't recommend it to the average user over a flagship Android or iOS smartphone. With that said, I'm BoHD from PhoneDog.com. I want to thank AT&T for sending me this unit to review and include in our 30-day challenge series. Links to watch that series will be in the description, as well as a link to purchase the device on AT&T for about $20 a month with AT&T Next, or $600 off contract if you are interested. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you right back here in the next one. See ya.